Alright guys, so slightly different video for you today because we have a match in less than a week. It's an NRL 22X match, and we are going to go from basically a bunch of rifles on a table without dope, without any information, without knowing what I'm going to do, to going to West Virginia, shooting this match, and hopefully getting on the podium. First order of business is going to be deciding which one of these rifles we are going to take. Each one of those rifles has kind of a favorite ammo. We don't have a lot of ammo for any of them, so we can't really mess around. We've got to see which one shoots the best out here at the home range. We've got to figure out what we're going to do for dope. All right, just like that, all the rifles are out here. We have 150 yards. The wind is down, and yeah, I think we need to get right into this while we still have time. All right, so what you guys aren't going to see on camera is some of these I moved some scopes around. So I'm going to first shoot like 2 or 3 at 50 just to make sure that we're somewhat close and safe, because we're then going to go out to 150 yards. Okay, we're pretty close. Let's dial 4. All right, let's see. On the first shooter, actually I'll shoot one on that plate. See if we hit it. Okay, we're a little bit low. Come on, 2/10, using that little square. Okay, all right, so let's shoot a group, and we are shooting off the bag. So I want to make this as realistic as possible. There is a good little aiming reference out there that I'm going to use. Shooting the right plate. I'll call out any that I pull or don't make a good trigger pull on. Okay, that basically hit my aiming point. I think there's a little wind coming up. Yep, wind pushing. See, the first 2 touched. And now the wind's kind of kicking up out there. But I'm mostly looking at elevation, which is pretty dang good. And when the wind is stable, it's pretty consistent. And that's it. Alright, so that's the CZ457. Pretty good. While I got it warmed up, I do want to try and get it, if we can, outside of a wind gust and shoot just 5. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, CZ done. Let's move on. The next one in line is going to be the Mod X. Alright, I'm going to go below that group that we shot. Let me pick something. Okay, just low and right. Alrighty then. The wind is down. Still, that's pretty tidy. Alright, that's gonna be quite the gun to beat right now. That gun and ammo, absolutely hammering. Alright, same deal. Voodoo 360, we're gonna shoot this at 50 just to check. Yep. Wow. This gun feels the best, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, it's point of aim, point of impact. This is also very tidy. Yeah, that's pretty dang good too. That puts this and the Mod X in very tight contention for each other. We may have to settle this over the chronograph with kind of a 10-shot SDES and see which one comes out on top, but we have one more gun. All right, let's just go dead center of the left plate and we'll kind of gauge where we're at. Okay, so we're gonna use that as a point of reference. We're gonna have to dial in some more left, keep this on plate. Okay. Wow, this is absolutely stacking too. Alright, we need more ammo and we need to dial in. We need 4/10 right. Okay. Wow, this is pretty ridiculous. I mean, how do you decide when they're all shooting like this? I mean, it's crazy. Well outside of what would be considered ideal conditions, for sure. And we're just freaking hammering. All right. I don't know what to do. We got to bust out the chronograph. That's the only way we're going to be able to figure it out. Apparently only have 8 rounds left for this, so we're going to run 8. If it's that close, we'll figure out a way to retest. You guys won't see my groups at 50, but I am going to kind of shoot some groups. But you guys are seeing the chrono. Holy crap. This thing is shooting. I don't know what the chrono numbers are doing. I'll have to show you guys this. Keep in mind it's off a bag, so it could be a little bit better. Let's see here. 4.37, 16. That's pretty strong. Let me show you those groups. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you look, bottom row targets, second target in, first 5 I shot at the bottom right hand corner, the next 3 I shot over there. That little up and down, I'm shooting off a bag, so let's remember that. That's pretty dang good. New. All right, next gun should be the Voodoo. This ammo not grouping quite as good. Or it could be me. Alright, so there's 10. Again, we had 8 on the last one. Here we're looking 6.97 and 25, so definitely worse than the Mod X. Last gun, the Curtis. Definitely not a bad group. There we go. Now she's zero. Okay, yeah. 4.39 and 16, so SD and ES very similar to the Mod X, but the group at 50 just not nearly as good. Let me shoot another 5 here. So SD and ES was good, but it's just not grouping nearly as well as what the Mod X was. Alright guys, so it's close. So right now what I'm thinking is the Voodoo and the CZ are out. They just don't have the ammo right now to make them shine. We don't have time to hunt for ammo. So it's between the Curtis and the Mod X. We're going to shoot them again at 150 yards. We're ditching the chronograph. We're just going to go downrange results, 10 shots per 10 shots. The smallest group, kind of no matter what. That's what we're going to go with. So let's get it out there. Let me turn this chrono off. All right, first up, Mod X. I'll find a good spot on the plate out there for us. Again, off the bag, kneeling here. All right, so there's still a good spot on that left plate. I'm gonna dial down, and I should impact about a mil low. All right, so if there's a cold board, it's gonna be in this. So we're pretty much going strictly off vertical group. So I'm gonna aim at that single impact on the left plate. That's fine. Preferred to have that a little bit more centered up. It's okay. You can kind of see what we got. Alright, so not as good as what it was before. About 2/10, which at 150 is basically MOA. Alright, Curtis time. Okay, it's much lower than that, but that works. Okay, one low, one high. One in the middle. All right, that's it. Alright, so honestly, pretty freaking similar. This is not helping my case. Alright, we're going just down to 5 now. Feel like some wind picks up and things get moved around. So let me load 5 here. 5 on this is the last one. Then we're going to have to make a decision. Okay, yep, just left of it. And I mean, besides the paint chipping, it's just hammering. Alright, let's give the Curtis a shot. Yep, just below it. Ooh, that one landed up in that group. Up in the group. Yeah, obviously this is not as good. So we're kind of below it, above it. My daughter wants to shoot.
Ding!
All right, 2 more rounds in there.
You better keep this part in. Don't you dare delete this.
All right, so part 1 resolved. We're shooting the Mod X, and luckily for us, we don't really have to change anything because it's got the Razor Gen 3, which is a great scope for the night match, and that's also what we're prepping for. That's what I was talking about when I was saying we might have to switch scopes around. So next up, we're gonna wait for a little bit calmer day. Hopefully we get one between now and Saturday. We're gonna build a dope profile, and yeah, we're gonna go shoot an NRL 22X match and hopefully not suck.